Welcome, everyone. It is Friday night. You got a Friday night edition of Just a Bit Outside radio show live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Share that link, share that love. Thanks for joining us. You got Keisha, you got Mark. Keisha, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Happy play-in Friday in the NBA. Lots going on around town, so we might as well just go ahead and get it cracking, yo.
Okay.
First and foremost, we had some guests last week talk about a wellness event that was going down in Baltimore. I did go out. I attended. I chopped it up with the people. Got my. I didn't do too much yoga, like you know. I was a little what you call overzealous when I was talking about how much activity I was going to be doing, because you know, the way these knees are set up. But I got to shout out our friend Roxy Johnson, and you know, the time and the effort and all the networking she did really paid off, man, because it really was an awesome event. And they had this one girl out, this one lady out there, I forget what her name was, but she led, like, I don't even know what the hell you call that, these exercises these days, but man, it to me it was like a damn dance off, for real. I mean, there was like 20 ladies out there, and you know, the DJ was jamming on the ones and twos, and they were getting it in on the fitness tip, man. I couldn't even keep up, for real, Mark. I mean, I felt really bad, yo.
Like I saw, like the pics that you sent, they like there's a lot of like food stuffs too, and then some fun. Did you get your face painted as well?
Did not get my face painted, but you know, they had it going for the little kids out there. And yes, yo, like you know, as far as the food was concerned, they had a vegan food vendor out there. You know, lots of healthy options. You know, it being a wellness event and everything, and it was really nice, man. And big shout out to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma, man. They was out there representing and you know, doing their thing in the community.
Yeah, and I think, you know, last week was so fun, but I think that was like my favorite part of the whole conversation, how they got really like connected with Roxy and made it happen. And I think this is something like we could see a good partnership for the future.
Oh yeah. She got a lot of positive feedback, and you know, with the success of the event, she's definitely going to run that back. And she also is, you know, looking forward to working with us again, though. So you know, that's definitely a good look, yo.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. And you know, speaking of fun and good times, you know, we've been talking in the past about the Baltimore Arena, and you know, basically the revamp and renovations that have been going down to make the arena more modern and just, you know, a better venue to bring some more events and to the city of Baltimore.
Yeah.
And they finally finished everything up and had their grand opening last week. I got to give another shout out to another good friend of Jabo, Jana Brooks, and her team and everything that they did also, man. I mean, the hard work really paid off. I have yet to take my private tour of the arena. Jana, I hope you're listening, because I will be calling on you soon. And, man, I plan on going out there, you know, getting the private tour, you know, taking some videos and pictures, just like I did with the wellness event. Maybe we could put a little montage together to see, you know, what the arena has to offer.
Yeah, but, you know, give Jana a little bit of time, because she's tired.
Hell yeah.
I've been watching her Facebook, and she's just been hustling hard.
Yeah, man, and you know what? With the opening, they jumped right into it. With with some people would consider some heavy hitters, man. I mean, you had was it Bruce Springsteen come to town? You had the Boss, and then
Yeah, the Eagles, I think
the
too.
Eagles came. Yeah, man. I mean, like, this past weekend was a little off the chain for real. And I know, I believe next month they'll be having Janet Jackson there. So they ain't wasting no time. It's going to be a good time down there on Baltimore Street.
Oh yeah, Wednesday, May 3rd is AEW Dynamite. Not no pressure,
Oh.
Jaina. No pressure.
So AEW Dynamite is going to be down. Is there any like special matches or like any marquee matches?
I'm sure they'll announce some matches a week ahead, but
Yeah,
that's only about 3 weeks until their next pay per view, so it's gonna be heating up. I'm sure. Yeah.
man, sweet. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I have been able to, because I went to the CIAA tournament out there. What was that, back in February?
Yeah.
And the seats, off the strength of the new seats alone, it's like 150% better. I mean, they like plush and cushiony. A lot
Really?
of, yeah, oh yeah, man. It's every last seat too, from top to bottom.
Nice.
Every last seat, yeah. I know in the past I've attended a lot of shows, concerts there, and a big thing with people was the actual acoustics in the building.
Yeah.
I am very interested to see and hear about how they have made those modifications for the better. So yeah, man. I mean, the new arena is popping. I'm pretty sure they got something that you would be interested in coming soon. So, man, take the opportunity to check it out, man. Big shout out to the arena and everybody that was involved to get that thing up and running again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we talked about the city. Let's take it to the county, man. Tomorrow we have the Tacos and Taps Festival out there at Timonium Fairgrounds, same spot that I go to for beer, bourbon, and barbecue. And it's a pretty sweet deal, man. I have not attended this event before, but I think I'm going to check it out tomorrow because you got all the beer and tequila you can drink, and they got a lot of taco vendors and Mexican food. And it's family friendly, and I'm imagining it's nothing like the debauchery that is experienced at beer, bourbon, and barbecue. But yeah, man. I mean, who doesn't like tacos?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always Tuesday somewhere.
Hell yeah. Now, I mean, I gotta be honest with you, because all you can drink tequila, that's included in the package. That can be a very, very dangerous thing. Okay, like I'm actually afraid of that. First time I ever had Patron, man, I had an outer body experience. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, I really cannot talk about what really happened because my mother and father are probably listening, and to be quite frankly, I don't want you guys to think about me any kind of way. I mean, I was 28 years old, so Mark, it's an off the hook story. I might have to tell you that story offline, man. But my Patron, me and tequila, we don't mix. I just turn into a completely different person. I try to stay away from that stuff.
See, like, tequila's always agreed with me, but I know so many people like tequila is like the worst spirit for them at all. Like, some bad stories, some bad juju goes on.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta put it up there with gin.
Yeah.
Gin will make you a freaking psycho too, man. It will. So if you got some time, if you like them tacos, if you like some taps, lots of local breweries will be down there. Come on out to Timonium Fairgrounds. Check that joint out, man. Come hang out in the Cow Palace. Or it might even be outside. I mean, I don't know. I think it's supposed to rain a little bit tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes, but I mean, regardless, a good time will be had.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So now that we've gone a little bit outside, let's go a little bit inside into the sports realm. Big announcement last week for the Ravens, right?
Yeah, you could say that. You could definitely say that. Man,
Why
making
don't you
moves.
give everybody the 411 just for those who may not know?
Well, everyone's always crying for a receiver, like a good receiver. I will say I think he's a little bit past his prime, but
Mm-hmm.
Ravens doing what they do. They signed another older receiver, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., joining the Ravens. And you got to love the style that he announced it himself, because he dropped it on Instagram,
Yeah,
and his son was wearing a number 8 Lamar Jackson jersey.
that was strategic as hell.
Hell yeah.
I gotta tip my hat to him, man. I mean, and of course, a lot of Ravens fans are very excited with this pickup. Teammates, they're excited within the organization. I gotta say, Mark, I think it's a good fit for the Ravens. With his flair and style of play, and I'm just hoping that everything just works out and there is no problems, personality wise. I mean, we all know that Odell Beckham Jr. is, a player that wants to get his touches, he wants to get some receptions.
Yeah.
And that could, he might not get as many, especially working in this Ravens offense. And furthermore, I was thinking, with Lamar, in this contract year, he's going to be trying, and if he plays, because that's still freaking up in the air.
Yeah.
But he's going to be trying to get his, he's going to try to get his bag.
Oh yeah.
And the way that he's going to be able to do that is to put the team on the shoulders and do his thing, and that might mean him not passing to Odell Beckham a whole hell of a lot every game.
I don't know. If he's trying to get other teams' interest too, he's definitely going to want to pass that ball and show that he can do both sides of it. So
Yeah.
you can see it, but
Yeah.
like you were saying, OBJ, he's definitely a personality, and I just hope the Ravens are able to rein that in. And especially worrisome for me is last season, he didn't play. He kind of took that year off because he was waiting. And towards the end of the season, he said something he's a playoff guy. He didn't want to sign for the regular season, just bring him in for the playoffs. I'm like,
the hell
I
are
hope
you
he got
talking
over
about?
that attitude.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the personality wise, I mean that remains to be seen. But as far as the conditioning is concerned, I mean, did we not have Deshaun Jackson, old ass, out there making some catches here and there? I mean, he wasn't looking like he was in his prime, but I mean, he got the job done.
Yeah. And there's still rumors that the Ravens are in the hunt for DeAndre Hopkins and stuff. I don't know.
That's the next thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, how likely do you think that is? I mean, honestly, Mark. Honestly.
I guess it just depends really on how serious they are about bringing Lamar back. I mean, they're gonna have to pay him
because
if
you're
he
gonna
signs
have
a
to
tender.
eat. You're gonna have to use some money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and that's why. And this is the only reason why I'm saying I don't think it's likely. I mean, you already gotta get some money together to pay Lamar. And DeAndre Hopkins, the talent that he is, it comes with a hefty price tag.
Yeah.
I'm just really not sure that the math is going to work out. Just for that reason. I'm not saying that the Ravens don't want him. Not saying that it wouldn't be great to have him on one side and OBJ on another, but that math. If that math ain't mathing, I just don't. I just don't see how it would happen. I mean, if it does, he doesn't strike me as the type of person that would take a pay cut
Yeah.
to possibly pay for a ring. Um, yeah. So I mean, I just think that at this point right now that the chances are very slim.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hopkins, he's still under a deal with the Cardinals, so they're gonna have to eat whatever that contract is.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not like
what I said.
they're
That's a hefty ass price
it,
tag that boy got over there, man.
yeah, it's not like they're negotiating a new deal. They're just having to eat whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's rumors. But I guess what was confirmed was the Ravens actually met with a wide receiver that's looking to go in the first round of the draft. So maybe that tells us kind of where the Lamar stuff is, because if they're not looking at the QBs and they're bringing in legit first round wide receiver picks, maybe they'll have an announcement soon.
Yeah, and when this earlier in the year, we kind of talked about this a little bit. You know what I mean? I said personally that I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of activity one way or another, and this is in regards to Lamar Jackson, until after the draft.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, everybody tried to jump out there and say, "Oh, nobody's interested in him. Oh, nobody's knocking on their door. This, that, and the third." Everybody, let's talk about breaks, because we do have a draft, and some people might want to see what they end up with, what they can pick up, after the draft, what deficiencies they have with the team afterwards. I mean, we just don't know, and the Ravens they fit into that category as well.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah. But regardless, man, I mean, we are all excited. Welcome to the 410, man, and the first major come through for the night, man. Can't wait to see what OBJ will do with that purple and black on, baby. It's gonna look real good on him, though, regardless.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's talk about what's that?
What are we, about 2 weeks away from the draft? I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's coming soon. We'll get this drama put behind us.
Hopefully, because I was surfing the internet today, and there's some people. Is an analyst on ESPN, Dan I can't even say his last name.
Yeah.
Orslowski, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
And he just recently made a statement. This was either today or yesterday, that he thinks that Lamar won't even play.
Really?
Next season. Yeah, and I've had those doubts. I had those doubts too. I mean, with this, with OBJ, joining the gang, I feel a little bit better, because, I would think, I mean, he's a young quarterback. OBJ has had some spectacular catches in his career. I mean, he's got to be hyped at the possibility of playing with him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that will help, with the negotiations? I mean, how do you feel about that?
It definitely won't hurt. I mean, get the tools, yeah. And OBJ and Lamar, they were apparently they've been talking all off season, wanting to do something in Baltimore together, and then the weekend after OBJ signed, they were seen partying in Miami. So I think it's all good.
Yeah, working on that brotherhood early. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm feeling it. Can't wait. Let's talk about the other home team. Baltimore Orioles. All right, Baltimore Orioles. They've started off really good. Pretty decent. Record right now is 7-6. As always, the AL East is deadlocked. Not much differential in games between the 5 teams. And I mean, they've been hanging in there. I mean, I think they might even be. I mean, I know it's early and everything, but maybe half game behind the Yankees right now.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's no one in the league touching the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh God.
Right now, dog, 13-0, so impressive and incredibly scary, because they have been running up the scoreboards. Damn near every game.
You think Toronto's going to give them any problems this series?
Well, let me tell you right now, they're in the middle of the third, and Tampa Bay is down 0-2. I mean, this might be the end tonight. I mean, 13 games, that's a long-ass time, man. A long-ass time. It might come to an end tonight.
Yeah.
But back to the home team though. They got on the plane and went out to Chicago. What's that? The South Side to check out the Chicago White Sox. Um, White Sox has Mike Clevinger on the mound, which is one of their better pitchers. And for the Orioles, you got Tyler Wells, who's actually been doing pretty decent. As of right now, it's the end of the third. The Orioles are down uh, 0-1, but it's early. One thing that we do know about the Orioles, is that the runs can come, and when the runs do come, sometimes they come in clusters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and they've been running up the scoreboard as well. I was talking to L Boogie last night, and out of the what is this? Let me think here. Out of the 13 games, okay. So before I even get into that, all right. So I kind of set a benchmark for lots of runs scored, like an above average offense for major league teams, and I set that at 7 runs. Which honestly, I even think that's a little high now that I think about it. But I set the benchmark at 7 runs. Okay? 9 out of the 13 games that the Orioles have played, they have scored more than 7 runs.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they're really kicking ass as far as the offense is concerned. The pitching can tighten up a little bit. I think that will come as the season goes along. We talked about Grayson Rodriguez. He had another outing. Yeah, man. I mean, they've been doing the damn thing. Adley Rutschman, got his first homer. Ryan Mountcastle has been crushing it. I would personally like to give out a credit tonight to Jorge Mateo, who has seriously been coming through. I know y'all probably like, man, she's beating a dead horse, but I mean, I just can't. I can't stop. I can't stop talking about the production. I feel like I have to, because they dogged them so bad last year. But it really looks like the squad is coming together, and man, we're gonna be a force to be reckoned with this season. We've been hanging in there as fans. We've been patient, and what they've been saying: trust the process, trust the farm system.
Yeah, yeah.
I think everything is coming to fruition now, man.
And I mean, remember like the last 15 years or whatever, the really bad years.
Really bad years.
The thing that always bit us was run production, and teams that struggle with run production sure don't put up more than 7 points a game. So
hell no.
We definitely improved in that area.
Yeah, and the best thing I think about that is, with that type of offense, you'll be able to compete with the New York Yankees and those Tampa Bay Rays, man, because they like to score too. They got some heavy hitters too.
Oh yeah.
So hey, big shout out to the Orioles. Hope they have continued success, man, because they're I'm really pleased with their start right now.
I got a crab to give, and
sure.
Definitely come through, and in the theme of the show, it's just a bit outside. So there's a sitcom on ABC. I don't know if you're familiar with it, Abbott Elementary.
Yo, what? That principal? What's the principal? I know her name is Janelle in real life, but the principal is my favorite freaking character. I watch that joke every week.
Do you?
I love it. I do, yo. I do.
I remember like the early trailers, like it didn't really click for me, and then like everyone's just saying how incredible it is. So like now I feel like I got to go back and start from the beginning.
Oh man, yes you do, yo. Because like honestly, I gotta give a big shout out to Quentin Brunson, because that show is so good. The character development in it is just, it's fantastic, man. I had a soft spot for the show off the top, because my mom, she's a teacher in Baltimore City for damn near 30, a little bit less than 30 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of similarities there. I often joke with her that that one of the characters is I think she teaches like second grade, first and second grade. I mean, this woman reminds me of my mother so bad. It's not even funny, but that show is funny as hell, and it's something that you can watch with your whole family too, which I really like.
That's awesome. So for those unfamiliar, it's a show set in elementary school in Philadelphia.
Yep.
There's a character on there named Gregory Eddy, who is a Baltimore native, Baltimore fan, always talking Ravens, always talking Orioles. And on last Wednesday's show, he's talking with a colleague and talks about the score of that day's Orioles game. And he says, specifically, Adley Rutschman hit an opposite field walk-off homer and Cedric Mullins was a single shy of the cycle. That's not exactly what happened, but within 24 hours, what happens? Adley Rutschman, first ever high school, college, pro walk-off home run.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And big shout out to Abbott Elementary, yo. The guy that plays Gregory is actually the little kid from Everybody Hates Chris.
What?
Yes, dude. And let me just tell you, when the show first started, and it was like, disclosed that he was from Baltimore and everything like that, like, I was jive skeptical because his personality is a little different. All right, it's a little different, and if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. But his character development and all of the Baltimore references that they give him is just like so fucking awesome, man. I love it. I love it to death. Man, they even had this one episode. Oh my God, Mark, you gotta watch this show. They had this one episode. It was about pizza.
Oh God.
Okay. Yes, it was hilarious. And Gregory, his character, did not like pizza. Okay, but in order, he was trying to fit in with his coworkers and the staff and everything. And this dude goes on and on about how he likes this Baltimore style pizza. And the whole thing with the Baltimore style pizza was that he kept saying that he liked it juicy and wet. I guess that meant like greasy with a lot of sauce. Oh my freaking God, man. So, to surprise him, they get him this, disgustingly greasy, saucy pizza. And, this guy doesn't like pizza. So, he's like trying to figure out how to not eat it, man. That show is just, it's great, Mark. You gotta check it out, man. I'm surprised you haven't watched the episode, man. You got to.
Yeah. I think I'll catch up. As especially like in the summer months, as there's not much on TV.
Yeah.
I'll burn through all the episodes because it's all on Hulu. So yeah, I'll catch up.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the latest episode, man. So I'm going to check that out, yo. And the fact that they put Adley Rutschman up in there, they got somebody that's fully 410.
Right.
Up in that camp. They got to. Because you would not know. You wouldn't know.
When TV shows are dropping like sports stars, Adley Rutschman, like, love him. He's not going to be the first choice.
Right. That's what I said. You got to know.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope. Love it. Big shout out. Another come through with that one, man. Yo, we got some playing games going down. One of them is going down right now. You want to talk about it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, right now, we got the contest between Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat. They are playing in Miami. Right now, the score is 38-41 in favor of the Miami Heat. And, man, I mean, these playing games, they were, the first set, they were pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty exciting. And the Chicago Bulls, they beat the Toronto Raptors. DeMar DeRozan's daughter went viral because, every last time someone went to shoot a free throw, girlfriend was like screaming at the top of her lungs. Like, I was literally watching the game thinking to myself, who in the hell is doing that? You know what I mean? It unnerved me, and I wasn't even on the basketball court, for real. Lo and behold, they find out who it is. They start showing this little cutie pie. She is so freaking adorable, and she's legit screaming at the top of her lungs. And I gotta say it, man. It was freaking it was freaking effective because the Toronto Raptors, I think they shot like a little bit over 50% from the free throw line, missed 18 buckets. Like, dude, if you would have made half of those free throws, you would have won the game.
Yeah.
So, another come through, another crab goes out to, I think her name was like Dior, something like that. Little shorty, DeMar DeRozan's daughter, man, and the Chicago Bulls, tweeted out that she was like an instant legend. For real, for real. I mean, shorty's viral. Her face was all over the place, screams all over the place, and now they're playing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all the easy money pick. You can either take it live or take it for the second half. But I'm just gonna use the lines that were out because I'm not really sure what the lines are currently on right now. But Miami Heat were 5.5 point favorites. I'm not feeling that at all. I was telling my homegirl, earlier in the week with the first two playing games, the spreads were entirely too high. I feel like they did it again. So, I'm telling y'all, first easy money pick of the night. Go ahead, take those Chicago Bulls plus 5.5 if you want to, tweak that thing a little bit, tease it, take it out to 7. I really don't think you'll need to. And go ahead and book that joint and get that money. Right now, the score is 41-47, 1 minute left in the first half. Mark, who are you picking to win tonight, man?
This one's a tough one for me. Like,
I
totally agree with you on the line. I didn't think the line was accurate at all, the 5.5. But the Heat, like, they're either really good or really bad.
And you could say the same thing for the Bulls. That was going to be my point for the Bulls.
You could, yeah.
I mean, the Bulls started off, and they was in, like, first place, first, like, 10, 12 games. Everybody's like, oh, shit. We about to go back to, like, I don't know, 95 or 96 or, But then it was just like, they completely imploded and fell apart. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get when it comes to them.
I think I'll go with the Heat on the money line, but it's not. I would not make an easy money pick for me.
Yeah. When it comes to this game, I think the keys are the guard play, right? I mean, the first playing game, Zach LaVine literally put the team on his shoulders and, basically got the win for the team. I mean, seriously, single-handedly. He completely went the hell off in the second half. Outstanding performance. Okay, then you also have DeMar DeRozan to compliment him. And you look across the way, you have Jimmy Butler, who is going to tear it up. He turns it up in the playoffs. I mean, we saw that last year. And, Tyler Hero, both of them, both duos complement each other very well and make up for a little bit more than 50% of the team's points, man. Yeah. So, I think at the end of the day, which duo does better, the duo that does better is going to be the one that moves on to play in this year's playoffs. So you said you're taking the Heat on the money line?
I'm taking the Heat, yeah.
Okay, I'm writing these down because I kind of want to keep track of our easy money picks. And you know what? Shout out to Keisha and Mark for real, because we had two easy money picks last week for the Orioles on opening day, and we went 2 for 2. So we batting 1,000 right now, baby.
Heck yeah! And I made sure to play those easy money picks. Let me tell you.
Hey! And Mark was on the come up. Y'all should have saw him after opening day. He was ready to go to the strip club. Oh man! All right, yeah. So y'all look for the. It's gonna be a good game. We're at halftime now. Heat are up by 5. I think this is going to be like pretty much deadlocked the rest of the way, and it's going to go down to probably like the last minute or two. So we're in for a special treat tonight with this game, man. Definitely.
So I got the Bull, or I got the Heat. You got who you taking?
You said you're taking the Heat. Yeah, I'm taking the Bulls.
Okay.
I'm going with the Bulls, man. I was really impressed with their game, and I feel like they're the team with the momentum. And like Eric Spoelstra, he gets a lot of credit, and it's deserved because he's a fantastic coach. But the Miami Heat team as a unit, I'm not really sure this is what it should. This is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if they lose, they could blow this team up in the offseason for real.
Could be, yeah. Harry's with you. He's taking the Bulls tonight.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I feel like, Tyler Hero is great, but Jimmy Butler needs a little bit more help offensively.
Yeah.
And when it comes to these playing games, comes to the playoffs, man, it's really tough for your star to go out every single game, every night, and ball out of his mind. So you need some pretty strong others there. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, I honestly do believe if the Heat don't win this game, they're gonna blow that team up and make some moves. So we'll see about that. Let's talk about this late game going down tonight at 9:30. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, going to Minnesota to take on Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edmonds. This one too, man. I said, the spread was also at 5.5. I'm like, entirely too many points. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off right now. That's the second easy money pick of the night. Let me go ahead and write this down. OKC plus 5.5. And again, if you're a little scary with your scary ass, go ahead and tease that joint a point or two, just to make yourself feel a little bit better. But I think this team too. I mean, I don't think they're as evenly matched. But there's something going on with the Minnesota Timberwolves, whether it be behind the scenes personality stuff. I really can't put my finger on it. The one thing that I can say about that playing game with the Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Edmonds underperformed.
Yeah.
He underperformed. I mean, and this is somebody that's like, I believe a former first round draft pick. For real. And there was a point. It might have been like the beginning of the third quarter, something like that. I'm texting my homeboys, texting my brothers, like, man, this may be the end of the road for the Lakers. Because they were down by like 15 points. They were down by like 15 points, and the Timberwolves managed to let the Lakers come all the way back and then take the thing to overtime. Now, granted, there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. I mean, everybody saw the interaction between that Anderson kid and Rudy Gobert, who I don't like to use the word hate, but I strongly freaking dislike. And they actually made him sit out for the playing game.
Yep.
And, when you see a team kind of implode like that in a game, that means so much. You can't help but wonder, what the hell is going on with this team? And clearly, they started off the first part of the game great, and they did it without Rudy Gobert, which, I honestly believe that they really don't need him. I wasn't a fan of the trade in the first place. And I honestly believe that he won't be with the team after this season as well. But, there's a lot of question marks there with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then you got OKC across the way that is a young team that is fired up and ready to ball, yo.
Yeah. Thunder, welcome back to the playoffs, by the way. It's been a while.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember the days of old, man, with one of my favorite big threes, for real. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden.
Early days of the show, you were like, Thunder taking it all this year.
Yo, you don't even understand. I am still pissed off at the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors, man, because that, to me, that was Kevin Durant's fault. That was Kevin Durant's fault, for real, man. Because, James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they was out there balling. And shout out to my boy Brody, man. Now that he's with the Clippers, he's out there doing the damn thing and looking like the Brody of old. The Brody that I love, man. I mean, it's crazy how you stay in the same city, but, you get with another team and you just totally turn into a whole other player, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they just really beat that brother down mentally, man. It just really killed his spirit, but it was really looking like he's got that back. And, some people are saying, watch out for the Clippers in these playoffs. But let's get back to this OKC-Minnesota matchup. You want to pick a winner for tonight? I mean, you already know what I'm going with.
I think we might be in a disagreement again.
Okay.
I do like both teams. Like you said, the Thunder's young. T-Wolves, they got a little bit of age on them now. But I think that age also equals experience. So I think the Timberwolves are going to take this one and then lose in the next round.
I think the key to, if the Timberwolves are going to win, they're going to need a better game from Anthony Edwards. Edwards. They're going to need a better game from him, man. Just like tonight's game, I think it's going to be pretty close throughout. I'm not looking for a blowout, so it'll be entertaining. Yeah. So we got Keisha with Thunder, Mark with the Timberwolves. All right, book it. And don't forget that easy money pick, man. OKC plus 5.5. All right. I want to save first round playoff talk for next week. I think that would be good because, by that time we will be in game 2, game 3 of most of the series. We'll be at critical turning points, and there'll be lots to discuss and lots to talk about. So let's table that till next week's show. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool deal. Is there any real on wrestling or anything you want to touch on tonight? Yeah, kind of running out of time.
Way too much to talk about tonight. I might drop a special or something because I'm
about to say, can we get one of them little mini episodes, man? We got lots of wrestling fans out
here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I was working on something this weekend because there's always news.
All right, cool. All right, well, if there's nothing else on your menu, there's nothing else on my agenda, I'm going to get back to my drinks in this basketball game. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You know how we end this show. Baltimore spread love, yo. Still in the pandemic. Wash your hands, wash that ass. Have a great weekend. Look forward to talking to y'all next week. I'm Tisha. On the other end of the line is my main slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside.